Benedict Cumberbatch has opened up about the terrifying experiences that have shaped his life, revealing 2 harrowing incidents that changed his outlook on life. In a revealing interview, Cumberbatch shared details about his 2004 abduction in South Africa, a traumatic event that occurred while he was filming the BBC miniseries To the Ends of the Earth. This terrifying ordeal resurfaced in his memory after a separate frightening experience in May 2023, when he was confronted by a knife-wielding intruder in his London home. The 48-year-old actor, who has become one of Hollywood's most respected talents, has had his fair share of shocking moments, but the abduction in South Africa stands out as one of the most traumatic events of his life. Cumberbatch was in South Africa filming To the Ends of the Earth when the incident occurred. After a fun-filled day of diving with friends, a blown-out tire left their vehicle stranded on the side of the road. It was then that 6 men ambushed Cumberbatch and his companions, forcing them into a vehicle and driving them around for hours. The situation became increasingly tense, with the actor recalling how they were eventually tied up and made to sit execution style before their captors fled the scene. Cumberbatch, in an interview with Variety, reflected on the life-altering impact the encounter had on him. "It gave me a sense of time, but not necessarily a good one. It made me impatient to live a life less ordinary," he explained. This sense of urgency to live a bold and exciting life led Cumberbatch to pursue high-adrenaline activities, such as skydiving and other extreme sports. But his life has evolved significantly in the years since the abduction. The actor's perspective on life shifted dramatically after marrying Sophie Hunter and becoming a father to 3 sons. "Now that's changed and that sobers you. I've looked over the edge, it's made me comfortable with what lies beneath it. And I've accepted that that's the end of all our stories," he shared, adding that his experiences had taught him a deeper appreciation for the more ordinary, stable aspects of life. However, while Cumberbatch's reflections on life and mortality might seem to offer a sense of calm, his sense of fear was reignited in May 2023, when his family was targeted by an intruder at their home in London. The terrifying event involved Jack Bissell, a former chef at a prestigious Mayfair hotel, who launched a violent attack on the Cumberbatch family's £3.5 million home. Bissell reportedly smashed his way through the home's iron gate and went on a destructive rampage in the garden, hurling plants against the walls while making disturbing threats like, "I hope it burns down." What made the situation even more alarming was that Bissell was armed with a fish knife, and his behavior was erratic and threatening. He continued his rampage, even destroying the intercom system before fleeing the scene. The authorities were eventually able to apprehend Bissell after finding DNA evidence at the scene. Thankfully, Cumberbatch and his family were not home at the time, and the intruder did not come into direct contact with them. However, the incident left the family deeply unsettled. A source close to the family explained how the intrusion had a profound effect on them. "Naturally, all of the family were terrified and thought this guy was going to get in and hurt them." The insider continued, explaining how the event left Cumberbatch and his wife Sophie on edge, worrying that they might be targeted again. Benedict and Sophie have had many sleepless nights since, worrying that they may be targeted again. The fact that it was a targeted intrusion makes it much more scary. In an attempt to bring some sense of justice to the situation, Bissell was later arrested and charged with criminal damage. At Wood Green Crown Court, he pled guilty and received a relatively light punishment, a £250 fine and a 3-year restraining order. The restraining order prohibits Bissell from approaching the Cumberbatch family or their residential area. Despite the outcome, the authorities revealed that the attack seemed to be premeditated. On the day of the attack, Bissell was seen purchasing 2 packets of pita bread at a nearby shop, where he reportedly told the shopkeeper about his intentions to break into Cumberbatch's home and set it on fire. While this incident was traumatic for Cumberbatch and his family, it was just another chapter in a life full of challenges and risks. Cumberbatch is known for his commitment to realism in his acting, and this dedication sometimes comes at a personal cost. One such instance occurred during the filming of The Power of the Dog in 2021. Cumberbatch revealed that his commitment to portraying the character of Phil Burbank, a chain-smoking rancher, led him to suffer nicotine poisoning not once but 3 times. The actor admitted that smoking countless filterless cigarettes for the role took a toll on his health. "That was really hard. Filterless Raleighs just take after take after take. I gave myself nicotine poisoning 3 times, he confessed, describing the experience as horrible. The challenges Cumberbatch faced in his professional life were not just physical but also emotional. In his personal life, he found himself grappling with the shame and discomfort of his body odor, which was exacerbated by his smoking habits. The process of quitting smoking in 2014 was undoubtedly a difficult one, but it is clear that Cumberbatch's experiences have shaped him into the person he is today. The actor has evolved from a young man eager to take on the world and live a daring life to a family man who now cherishes the quiet moments with his loved ones. Cumberbatch's reflections on life, particularly in the wake of these traumatic events, offer a unique insight into the psyche of a man who has been through more than his fair share of trials. From his abduction in South Africa to the home invasion in London, he has encountered situations that would rattle even the most hardened individuals. Yet, despite everything he's been through, Cumberbatch remains steadfast in his belief that life is worth living, even in the face of danger and uncertainty. These incidents serve as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment, as Cumberbatch himself now fully understands. His experiences with fear, survival, and love have profoundly changed him, making him a more grounded individual who values his family above all else. His willingness to share these deeply personal experiences with the public demonstrates his resilience and his understanding that, sometimes, the greatest strength lies in vulnerability. As he continues to navigate both the bright lights of Hollywood and the shadows of personal adversity, Benedict Cumberbatch's story serves as a testament to the human capacity to endure, heal, and ultimately thrive. The actor has faced both literal and figurative dangers, but each trial has only served to deepen his appreciation for the life he now leads. In his own words, he has looked over the edge and come to terms with what lies beneath it. For Cumberbatch, it's not just about surviving the journey but learning to embrace it with open eyes and an open heart.